They say is wealth. You're welcome to this week's episode of Accelerated Development. My name is Busola Owuru. We will be taking you to the Oyo State Waste Management Authority. With me on the program is...
Orúkọ tèmi ni Mariam ọmọ bíbí ilé Animashaun. Lórí ètò lẹ́ni láti máa wo ètò ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbin ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Báwo ni gómìnà wa ṣe ń tọ́jú ètò kólẹ̀kódọ̀tí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́? Gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti mọ̀, ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ jẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ kan tó dọ̀tí gan ní àtẹ̀yìnwá kó tó di pé ọlọ́lá jùlọ wa gorí àléfà. Pàápàá jùlọ ìlú Ìbàdàn. Kí ni àwọn àtúnṣe tó ti wà lórí bí ìmọ́tótó ṣe wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́? Nígbà tá wà níléèwé, a máa ń kọrin kan pé ìmọ́tótó òun ni ó lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo. Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí ó ti jẹyọ lórí eléyìí?
Exactly, Mariam. The Oyo State Waste Management Authority is the body saddled with the responsibility of ensuring a clean Oyo State. The board ensures that waste collected in the state are collected and disposed in the most sanitary way.
Látìgbà tí Ọlájùlọ Seyi Makinde ti dá agbaṣẹ́ṣe ilé tó jẹ́ aládàáni kan dúró lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ kólẹ̀kódọ̀tí, àtìgbà náà ni gómìnà ti pín iṣẹ́ yìí láti ìletò sí ìletò. Eléyìí tí àjọ OIMA tó ń ṣe àbójútó wọn. Látìgbà náà ni omi tuntun ti rú, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹja tuntun dẹ̀ ti wọnú omi ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wa.
The initial contractor which you talked about was a failed modality, but the new one adopted by Governor Seyi Makinde has come to stay, as it has brought about changes in the environment. The new modality adopted by this administration has brought about changes, particularly in our environment and how waste is being handled. The government also went ahead to build the Awotan Dump site, where these wastes are properly managed.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Awotan tí gómìnà wa ti pèsè kalẹ̀ láti máa kó àwọn ẹ̀gbin tí wọ́n bá kó ní ìgbèríko káàkiri sí, wọ́n ti pèsè ibi tí wọ́n ti ń wọn àwọn ẹ̀gbin yìí. Eléyìí jẹ́ ìwúrí fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ láti lọ sí oríṣiríṣi ìgbèríko láti lọ kó ẹ̀gbin wá, torí wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá ti kó dé, owó tí wọ́n máa gbà lórí ẹ̀ ó máa tún gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí ju ti tàtẹ̀yìnwá lọ.
If I were to be one of their workers, I will ensure that I go to the nooks and crannies of Oyo State to ensure that I pack more dirt, because I know that as much dirt as I pack, that is how much money I'm going to earn. This is Oyo State, the pest-setter state.
Lórí ètò yìí ni a ti ń gbé ìlérí ìdàgbàsókè ọlọ́lá jùlọ onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Seyi Makinde yẹ̀wò.
As well as yet to be completed projects.
Bákan náà àti àwọn ibi tí ó kù sí láì fi gbàkànbọ̀kan nínú.
Let's take you through the accelerated developments in the state under this administration. In fact, Miriam, the beautiful thing about the Awotan Dump site is that these dirts are not just collected, but they are well processed for recycling purposes. Now, sit back and relax as we show you a view of what happens at the Awotan Dump site. Building of the Awotan Dump site by the Oyo State government is purposely to control waste collected from different areas across the state, particularly Ibadan City. The Seyi Makinde's administration went ahead to employ the services of multiple private operators allocated to different areas of concentration, who after collecting these wastes, take them down to the Awotan Dump site, where these wastes are measured. The trucks of the operators would be measured on the scale, and the collectors paid according to the weight of refuse they are able to gather from the environment. The idea of measuring these wastes to sort their payments has made waste collection competitive among the collectors, thereby making the environment cleaner. The wastes are also sorted for recycling purposes, an idea which is considered impressive. Welcome back. We do hope you enjoyed that beautiful sight of what goes on at the Awotan Dump site. Now, let's join Opeyemi Alatishe for our interview guest segment.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí abala ìgbàlejò wa. Orúkọ tèmi ni Opeyemi Alatishe tí mà ti ṣe ààrẹ. Àlejò tá a mú wá fún yín lónìí ni Ọmọọba Ṣeun Adélóore. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n ní fún wa.
There are hiccups because we need to collect data. Now we operate with a bridge. We need to collect data and to come up with memo. They themselves knows that, yes, the money for waste is not the money you can pay, you understand, as in, weekly. And even His Excellency has proposed that, yes, these people are in business, and most of the people that are engaged with them, they get wages. They don't wait till the end of the month to pay. So he said we should come up with a plan to make sure that, they get their money twice, maybe at the middle of the month. But all these things is a template that we want to endure. You understand? It's not a template that, we not, outlive this government. Even if we spend 8 years. Engineer Seyi Makinde wants to put in structure. You understand? That will stand the test of time. Not a structure that any other government after this one will come and Ibadan will be back to waste as usual. So during this time, beginning is always like that, but we are getting it right. Our Awotan Dump site was rehabilitated by this government because almost all the dump sites, we have about 4 dump sites in Ibadan. And we picked Awotan because of the landmass. Of course, it's not the biggest. Lapite is a little bit bigger than Awotan, but because of its strategic locations, government decided to, to start with Awotan. And when the contract was awarded, it was awarded alongside the Ajakonga. You understand? But the work have now started on Ajakonga. Yes, we have put in place all the infrastructures concerning Awotan, and Awotan is doing extremely well. Apart from the fact that, yes, during rainy season, all landfills all over the world experience one problem or the other. And that is what we're experiencing now. You understand? Because a place, even if you build a place, you call it a landfill, that is so neat. Don't forget, the materials is going to accept, you understand, is still going to be refuse. So, if refuse, dirt, are still going to come there, maintenance is key. You understand? And pushing of the refuse, making sure that we have different platforms, to make sure that there is a free flow of all these compactors in and out is key. And all hands are on deck to do it. And because it's the only dump site now that is absorbing all the debts, from the entire Oyo state. If I want to, just reduce it, I would say from Ibadan land. You understand? And there's supposed to be 4. So, and that have started since April. So we are not doing badly. That is one of the sore points, and that's one of the problems that we are contending with. When we came here, in the coffers of Oyo State Waste Management Authority, but we inherited nothing. Not a single one is on the road. And when we move around and did all the stock taking and everything, when we came in, there are supposed to be like 60 compactors in the coffers of Oyo State Waste Management Authority. But we met nothing. Not a single one was on the road when we came in 2 years ago, down the line. But we found out in stock taking that about 11, just 11 out of those 60 are still serviceable. But we found out later progressively that most of them, if we decide to spend money on them, they're still going to be waste. So it's better for the government to procure another new set of compactors, and that is in the pipeline. It has reached, the topmost stage for us to do it. The contract has been discussed. We're just waiting for the nod from His Excellency to go on. So in the interim, we are making use of the PSP contractors. His Excellency has shown leadership in that area. On the 27th of November, he came out in the night. He led all other government functionaries, you understand, to carry dirt by themselves. And from that time, you understand, it's like declaring a state of emergency in waste management. And that has paid off. That has changed the narratives. Sometimes, most times, he goes out in the night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., to see things for himself, to make sure. You understand? We cannot do all these things, fixing the road, lighting up your state, for people to see death. It doesn't add up. So all hands are on deck, and we are doing extremely well. The narrative have changed. You can see yourself. Apart from these last 2-3 days, we did see cups of something. And in order to forestall that, we don't want the PSP to hold us to ransom any further. And that, you understand, has made us, to have discussions with PP arrangements to make sure that we have people that will bring in compactors. So if there are issues, as long as we have our own, you understand, then we will be able to do whatever we want to do. Here, where there are 3 major agencies that are concerned with this: Ibadan Bound Flood Management, you understand, IUFMP, Oyo State Waste Management Authority, then Ostroma. You understand, we're working to desilt. We call it desilting. You understand, all these erosions, they wash off, all these fine sands and block the drainage, in addition to all these takeaway parks and what have you that people use to block the drain, channels and all of that. From time to time, if you go to Dubai now, you see the Ostroma guys bringing those things, throwing the drain pipes and packing it and making sure. And, in the last 2 months now, His Excellency has given us the nod to employ about 150, which we already did. They are everywhere now, scattered, just to make sure that people comply, to these rules, because we are in the rainy season. You will see that there is an outbreak of cholera in Ogun State now. If you want to move from Apata to Ogun State, maybe 40 minutes. If you are accessing Ogun State from Podo's side, maybe 50 minutes. So we are close neighbors, and we cannot afford, you understand, to have cholera outbreak here. So we are on our toes to make sure that everything works properly.
A ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ lórí abala ìgbàlejò wa.
We waka because of una, and Akinyele local government area na im we go. For say people write and then call us, then complain about the bad road wey dey for Akpomode Grammar School to Islamic Primary School area. Then talk say, if we come that area, say we go pity them. Even people wey dey use car sef, na so spoil na in their car dey spoil. We no come sit down just dey look o. Na so we carry our leg, we go the area, go see for ourselves wetin dey happen. And no be say we just go see alone o. We come go to Akinyele local government area. The chairman, we go in office, go ask am say, Honorable Tari Dadedigba, wetin dey happen now? Wetin you go do for these people? Make una sit down, make una hear wetin chairman talk.
The road, initially it is a tarred road, and you know, it's a long tarring of the road that we even met it there. And the road, if you want to pass through that road from Bank bus stop going to Mania High School, then you can also pass through the place down to Mania Barrack Road. Through that road, you will get to a junction where the road leads to Alaja Meta. Truly, the road needs the attention of the government, and we have been trying to ensure that we are able to fix the road. And we have it in mind during our caretaker period, when the governor giving us an opportunity to identify the tangible road, we identified that road. And we have it because I was born and bred from Mania, where you are talking about. I have it in mind to tar that road. We want to add another one to it because we want to create a circular road within that Mania that will lead to where we are talking about. You know, if you want to embark on a bigger project like that, you have to do your feasibility study very well, so that we don't want a situation whereby you will start, you may not be able to complete it on time. So I want to seize this medium to appeal to our people that they should exercise patience. It's our job, and we appreciate them. And we have been doing a lot apart from that road. If you look at this NNPC road here, we always do the grading of the road, and we have done it like 3 times now. And both that NNPC road and where we are talking about, all are in the Ward 5, which is a ward out of the 12 wards that we have in Akinyele local government. From that ward, we have been able to give them 6 modern toilets at the central mosque here. We have been able to give them street light. This is Akinyele local government secretariat. If you go out there, you will see the street light. At the Mania Junction, we are able to give them the street light going to Apapa. Then at the Mania Garage, we gave them street light. Sawmill area, White House, Ajani Fila Street, we have been able to give them street light. And if talking about this borehole, so we gave them a functionable borehole at the Mania Bales compound. Those are the things that I can, even I can recollect. If you go to Akpamade Mania High School there, we are able to give them chairs and table to support our children's education. So those are the little things that we have been able to do for this ward alone. And if you are talking about another ward, if you go to Ward 10 at Kaneke Primary School, we are able to give them a block of 3 classrooms together with the chairs and table. So we have done a lot, but we want to seize this medium to appeal to our people that they should be patient. We are going to do everything by God's grace, because we have a reasonable governor on ground. Governor Seyi Makinde is there for all of us and is ready to support and ensure that we are able to do the needful for our people.
You're welcome back. And that wraps it up on this week's episode of Accelerated Development. Join us again next week for another interesting package.